Hello everyone, Mike here, and today we're having a look at two of the best ASUS tablets on the market, the ASUS Transformer Infinity running Android and the ASUS VIVO TAB RT running Windows 8 RT. In terms of build quality and looks, the two are pretty similar. Yes, the ASUS VIVO TAB RT is slightly lighter, but you're not going to feel the difference when actually holding and using the devices. Both look good and feel overall sturdy. The Infinity we have here sports an aluminum back with a slim plastic strip on top covering the Wi-Fi and GPS antennas, while on the VIVO TAB RT the plastic strip is wider because we have the HSPA Plus version of the tablet for this test. There's also an 8 megapixel camera with flash on both of these, but you'll notice that the ASUS Infinity only features one speaker, while on the Windows 8 Slate there are two, one on each side. The tool is basically the same ports on their sides, a power button, a volume rocker, a headphone jack, a micro HDMI port and a micro SD card reader, just arranged in a different way. On the VIVO TAB RT there's of course a SIM card slot and a small latch on the right used to release the tablet from its docking station. Also, you'll notice a slightly redesigned lower side as well, with more compact docking latches on the VIVO TAB and the charging port integrated within the right one, while the Infinity has larger docking slots and the charging port in the middle. ASUS also bundles an USB adapter with the VIVO TAB RT that goes into that charging port, allowing you to quickly connect USB peripherals to the tablet, which is going to be quite handy. Both tablets come with matching docking units that integrate a battery inside, add an USB slot, a keyboard and a trackpad. There's also an SD card reader on the Infinity dock and slightly larger keys, as the VIVO TAB RT uses smaller rectangular keys as opposed to the square ones on the Transformer, and this really mingles with the overall typing experience. I expect Windows 8 RT to offer support for more such accessories, but a small footnote mentions that only certified accessories will work with this OS, which does not sound good. You'll notice that ASUS changed the docking system on the newer tablet, hiding the hinge behind the screen and making it basically invisible when having the two devices bound together. The entire latching and unlatching process is also slightly smoother. Getting back to the two tablets, you'll notice that both sport 10.1-inch screens covered by Gorilla Glass. The VIVO TAB also features a Windows Home button on the bottom, and besides that, both devices offer front-facing HD cameras on top of the screen and the light sensor. The Infinity features an IPS Plus Full HD 1920 by 1200 pixel display, while on the VIVO TAB RT there's only a standard HD-ready 1366 by 768 pixel display. You'll mostly feel the difference when browsing and reading texts, but the screen on the Infinity is also brighter and offers slightly better contrast. Bottom point, while the two screens are good, the one on the Transformer Infinity seems superior, while the HD-ready display on the VIVO TAB RT is average and probably closer to the one we found on the mainstream ASUS Transformer Pad TF300 Android Slate back when we tested it. With all this aside, comparing the Transformer Infinity with the VIVO TAB RT means putting side by side two devices built on similar hardware platforms but running different operating systems. There's a Tegra 3 platform powering the two, a bit higher clocked on the Transformer, but the VIVO TAB RT packs 2GB of RAM, not just one. As for the software, the Infinity runs on the latest Android 4.1 Jell Bean, and there's Windows 8 RT on the VIVO TAB. Both operating systems have their pros and cons. I'm not going to get in depth here. Both integrate a multitude of gestures and touch controls that let you operate the main features and apps, and each UI works in its own way. I can't say that one is better than the other, but I must mention that each has a learning curve for a brand new user. However, Android has been around for a while, which means that potential tablet buyers might have seen it or used it before, and could at least have a hint of how it works. On the other hand, Windows 8 is brand new, changes many of the things you might know from your old Windows computers, and will take some time to get used to. I do find the Transformer Infinity, hence Android, a bit snappier than a VIVO TAB RT, especially when launching new apps. Except for that though, both tablets are fast as long as you're not pushing them too hard, offer true multitasking and allow you to deal with your daily tasks at ease. Besides the Metro interface, the VIVO TAB also features the standard desktop mode for Windows. However, since this OS is running on an ARM platform, legacy apps will not work on it and you'll have to rely on only the Metro apps available in the Windows Store. Both tablets come with their own bundled apps, built around Google services on the Infinity and of course around Microsoft ones on the VIVO TAB RT. I do feel that the Android apps are more complex and more carefully thought, while on the RT most of the pre-installed apps are simple and plain, lacking features that just had to be there. And that's the case for most of the bundle stuff, whether we're talking about the mail, movies, music, or the browser app. However, people buy tablets and expect to have content and apps for them. And here's where the Android ecosystem just demolishes Windows 8 RT. For the time being, there are just a handful of decent Metro apps on the Windows Store, while you can find thousands of good ones for Android, and we're including games here as well. The gap will probably close in time, but that's not going to happen overnight, no matter how many Windows 8 devices are going to be sold and no matter how appealing Microsoft will make their environment for developers. The Redmond giant tries to compensate for the lack of apps by including the Office 2013 RT suite on their Windows 8 RT powered slates, pushing them more towards work-related activities than play. That might be enough to steer some buyers towards them, but you should know that the included Office 2013 RT lacks Outlook and only comes with stripped-down versions of Word, Excel, PowerPoint, and OneNote. Besides that, out of the box it is not licensed for commercial use, and you'll need to upgrade or buy Office 365 online license if you really want to use the Vivo Tab for business. Regardless, the majority of buyers are not going to care that much about this included Office suite, especially since you have a decent Office app bundled on the Infinity as well, called Polaris Office. For many, tablets are about fun, news, and browsing, and I doubt Microsoft is going to change the general mindset with their devices. All in all, the OS and the amount of good third-party apps available for each of the ecosystems are the ones that set the Infinity and the Vivo Tab RT apart. Otherwise, the two are fairly close. They even sport similar cameras, around 7 to 8 hours of battery life on a single charge, docking station, and similar wireless performances. They both start at the same price as well, $600. For that you're getting the Wi-Fi only 32GB versions, and if you want those docking stations, more storage space, or cellular connectivity, you have to pay extra for them. In the end, when considering the two, you really have to think which one is going to be the most useful when you'll buy it. And right now, as of October 2012, the answer is kind of a no-brainer, since with the Windows 8 RT Vivo Tab you're basically stuck with a set of bundled apps, while on the Android-powered Infinity you've got countless possibilities to expand and improve the everyday experience with your tablet. So I for one see little to no reason to choose the Vivo Tab RT over the Infinity right now, especially since if you really want a Windows 8 RT, you're going to find cheaper and arguably better devices in stores. With that in mind, it's time to wrap up this clip. Thank you for watching, and I do hope you enjoyed it. Make sure to subscribe to our channel for more similar clips, and before I go, I'd like to ask you which one of the two tablets are you going to choose and why. Please leave your replies below and I'll catch you guys later.